The day you wake up. Today is not just another day. Today is not like yesterday. Today can be the day your life begins again. Not because something magical happened outside you. Not because someone came to save you. But because something inside you is ready to wake up. This message is not about hype. It is not about shouting or temporary motivation. It is about truth. The truth you once knew but slowly forgot. Somewhere along the way, life became heavy. Dreams became quieter. Hope became tired. And you started surviving instead of living. You wake up. You go through the day. You do what is expected. And you sleep again. Days pass. Months pass. Years pass. And deep inside, a small voice keeps whispering, there is more than this. That voice is not your imagination. That voice is not weakness. That voice is you. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not behind because you are incapable. You are behind because you stopped believing. You stopped believing in yourself. You stopped believing in time. You stopped believing that change was possible. Maybe life hurt you. Maybe people disappointed you. Maybe you tried once and failed. Maybe you tried many times and got tired. So you built walls. You lowered expectations. You told yourself to be realistic. But realistic slowly turned into small. And small slowly turned into stuck. This is your wake-up call. You were not born to live on autopilot. You were not born to repeat the same year again and again. You were not born just to pay bills and wait for weekends. You were born with fire. You were born with purpose. You were born with potential. And no matter how long you ignored it, it is still there. Look at yourself honestly. Not with judgment. Not with shame. Just honesty. Are you living the life you once dreamed about? Are you becoming the person your younger self believed you could be? If the answer hurts, that is good. Pain is proof that you still care. Pain means you are still alive inside. Most people never feel that pain. They go numb. They go quiet. They accept average and call it peace. But you are here. You are listening, which means something inside you is not done yet. You feel tired, not because you are weak, but because you have been carrying a life that does not fit your soul. You feel stuck, not because you lack ability, but because you stop moving toward what matters. You feel afraid, not because you cannot win, but because deep down you know you were meant for more. And today, you remember that. Lesson 1. Believe you can. Everything in your life begins with belief. Not talent, not money, not luck. Belief. If you do not believe in yourself, nothing else matters. You can have skills, but you will hide them. You can have opportunities, but you will doubt them. You can have time, but you will waste it. Your life does not become what you want. It becomes what you believe. If you believe you are too late, you will stop trying. If you believe you are not smart enough, you will never learn. If you believe you are not good enough, you will accept less. Belief controls behavior. Behavior controls results. Look around the world. The people who changed history were not the most comfortable. They were not the most perfect. They were the ones who believed. People with no money built empires. People with disabilities broke limits. People with nothing but belief changed everything. Not because life was fair to them, but because they refused to see themselves as small. Science proves this. When you believe something is possible, your brain looks for solutions. When you believe something is impossible, your brain looks for excuses. Your mind follows your focus. Your actions follow your belief. The moment you truly believe, your energy changes. Your posture changes. Your decisions change. You stop asking, what if I fail? And you start asking, what if I succeed? Every invention, every breakthrough, every success story started as a belief in someone's mind. Before anything exists in the world, it exists in belief. So ask yourself this honestly. What would your life look like if you believed in yourself fully for 1 year? Not half belief, not fake confidence. Real belief. You do not need to know how everything will work. You just need to believe that you can figure it out. Belief is not loud. Belief is quiet certainty. And today, you choose it. Lesson 2. IT is now or never. Most people are not failing. They are waiting. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for permission. waiting for motivation. But life does not reward waiting. Life rewards action. There is no perfect moment. There's only now. The time you are waiting for does not exist. The version of you who feels ready will never arrive. You become ready by starting. While you are thinking, someone else is acting. While you are planning, someone else is learning. While you are waiting, time is moving. Time does not pause. Opportunities do not stay open forever. Energy fades when unused. One day you will wake up and realize years are gone. Not because life was fast, but because you delayed everything that mattered. Ask yourself this. How many times did you say, I will start tomorrow? Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next year. And now it has been years. The most dangerous thing in life is comfort without progress. It feels safe, but it slowly kills your future. People who face death suddenly start living fully. They speak honestly. They act bravely. They stop wasting time. Not because they changed, but because they finally saw the truth. Time is limited. You do not need tragedy to wake up. You can choose urgency today. You can say, I am done waiting. You can say, I will begin even if I am afraid. Fear does not disappear before action. Fear disappears because of action. 5 years from now, you will be somewhere. The only question is where. Either proud that you started, or broken that you did not. It is now or never. Lesson 3. Trust the process. You will not see results immediately. And that is where most people quit. They expect change in days. They expect confidence in weeks. They expect mastery in months. But growth is quiet. Seeds grow underground before they rise. Muscles tear before they grow. Skills feel awkward before they feel natural. Progress feels invisible before it becomes obvious. You are not failing because it is hard. You are not behind because someone else is ahead. You are simply in the process. And the process is not punishment. It is preparation. Every small action counts. Every effort matters. Every day you show up, something changes inside you, even when you cannot see it. Think of learning English. At first, words feel strange. Sentences feel slow. Mistakes feel embarrassing. But the brain is learning. Connections are forming. Confidence is growing quietly. One day it clicks, but only if you did not quit. Life works the same way. The universe does not reward the one who starts. It rewards the one who continues. Trust the days that feel boring. Trust the work that feels unseen. Trust yourself enough to keep going. Because the process is building the version of you that can handle the future you want. You only get one life. Not two. Not a backup. Not a second trial. One life. One body. One mind. One heart. One chance to live this journey on earth. And yet most people live like they have forever. They waste mornings. They waste energy. They waste years. They tell themselves they will change later. Later becomes next year. Next year becomes someday. And someday becomes never. This is the truth most people avoid. Life does not pause for you. Time does not slow down because you are confused. Opportunities do not wait until you feel ready. Your life is moving right now, even while you hesitate, even while you doubt, even while you delay. Every day you wake up, a piece of your life is spent. You never get it back. That should not scare you. That should wake you up. Because when you truly understand that you only have one chance, you stop playing small. You stop pretending. You stop hiding. You stop living for approval. You start asking better questions. What am I really doing with my life? Who am I becoming every day? Is this the story I want to tell at the end? Most people never ask these questions. And that is why most people never live fully. They stay in places they have outgrown. They stay in relationships that drain them. They stay in habits that slowly destroy them. Not because they want to, but because fear feels safer than change. Lesson 4. One life, one chance. You do not get unlimited attempts. Every dream you delay becomes harder to start. Every year you waste becomes heavier to carry. People think regret comes from failure. That is not true. Regret comes from never trying. Failure teaches. Failure strengthens. Failure shows you who you really are, but regret stays silent. It waits, And one day it asks a question you cannot answer. What if? What if I had tried? What if I had believed? What if I had acted when I had time? That question hurts more than any failure. You must understand this clearly. Your future is being shaped right now, not by what you plan, but by what you do daily. Every action is a vote. Every choice is a direction. You are either building a future you want or a future you will have to escape from. There is no neutral ground. Fear tells you to wait. Comfort tells you to relax. Doubt tells you to stay where you are. But life rewards courage. Life rewards effort. Life rewards those who move despite fear. You are not too young. You are not too old. You are not too late. But you will be if you do nothing. This is not pressure. This is responsibility. You owe it to yourself to use the life you were given. Lesson 5. Trust the universe. There will be moments when life does not make sense. You will work hard and still fail. You will give your best and still be rejected. You will do the right thing and still lose. And in those moments, doubt gets loud. Why me? What did I do wrong? What is the point? Here's the truth. Just because something hurts does not mean it is wrong. Just because something ended does not mean it failed. You are not being punished. You are being redirected. Life sees paths you cannot see yet. It knows outcomes you cannot imagine yet. Think back to your past. There were moments that broke you, moments that felt unfair, moments you thought would end you, but you survived them. And later you realized they shaped you. The people who left made room for better ones. The doors that closed forced you to find the right one. The pain that crushed you trained you. Nothing is wasted. The universe works quietly. It prepares you before it rewards you. But here is the important part. Trust does not mean sitting still. Trust does not mean doing nothing. Trust means showing up anyway. Trust means giving your best. Even when results are invisible, you do your part. The universe does its part. Stay disciplined. Stay honest. Stay hungry. The storm is not here to stop you. It is here to strengthen you. Do not lose faith in hard times. Hard times are proof that change is happening. Lesson 6. No one is coming. This is one of the hardest truths to accept. No one is coming to save you. Not your parents. Not your friends. Not your teacher. Not your boss. Not luck. Not fate. No one will knock on your door and hand you the life you want. If you want it, you must build it. This is not a movie. This is real life. And in real life, you are the hero, even if you feel weak, even if you feel scared, even if you feel unprepared. Heroes are not born confident. They are built through responsibility. Waiting for someone else to fix your life is how years disappear. You must become your own rescue. That does not mean everything was your fault. Life may have hurt you. People may have failed you. But healing is your responsibility now. Growth is your responsibility now. Your future is your responsibility now. The moment you stop blaming and start owning your life, everything changes. Power returns to you. You stop feeling like a victim. You stop feeling helpless. You start asking, what can I do today? Start small. Start imperfect. Start scared. But start. You do not need motivation. You need movement. Movement creates confidence. Movement creates clarity. Be the person you were waiting for. Lesson 7. Everything adds up. Most people quit because they underestimate small actions. They think effort only matters. If results are visible, that is a lie. Every action counts. One workout counts. One page counts. One sentence spoken counts. One early morning counts. You do not grow from one big moment. You grow from consistency. Champions are built in quiet moments. When no one is watching. When no one is clapping. Think of someone learning English. One sentence a day feels useless. But after 1 year, that is 365 sentences. Confidence is built layer by layer. Success looks sudden from the outside, but it is slow and steady on the inside. You are not behind. You are building. Do not stop because progress feels invisible. Invisible progress is still progress. Trust your effort. It is adding up. Most people do not die when their heart stops. They die much earlier. They die the day they stop dreaming. They die the day they stop trying. They die the day they accept a life that does not excite them. From the outside, they look alive. They wake up. They work. They talk. They laugh. But inside, something is gone. They live on autopilot. Wake up. Scroll the phone. Go to work. Come home tired. Eat. Sleep. Repeat. Days blend together. Weeks disappear. Years vanish. And one day they realize they lived the same year many times and called it a life. This is what average looks like. Average is not failure. Average is comfort without growth. Average is safety without purpose. And the world quietly pushes you toward it. Be normal. Be realistic. Do not dream too big. Do not risk too much. Do not stand out. Because average is quiet. Average does not scare anyone. Average does not challenge the system. But greatness does. Lesson 8. Don't die average. You were not born to blend in. You were not born to live quietly. You were not born to shrink yourself. You were born with something inside you. A spark. A fire. A desire to be more. As a child, you felt it. You dreamed freely. You believed easily. Then life happened. People laughed. People doubted. People told you to calm down. So you learned to hide your ambition. You learned to lower your expectations. You learned to call small dreams maturity. But deep down, you still feel it. That uncomfortable feeling when you see someone living boldly. That quiet jealousy mixed with admiration. That is not hate. That is recognition. You recognize what you could become. Average is easy. It does not require courage. It does not require discipline. But average slowly steals your soul. It makes you tired even when you rest. It makes you bored even when you are busy. You feel empty because you are not using your potential. Living average is not about money. It is about mindset. You can be poor and not average. You can be rich and still average. Average is when you stop pushing yourself. Average is when you stop growing. If you want more from life, you must demand more from yourself. That means choosing effort over excuses. That means choosing growth over comfort. That means being misunderstood sometimes. People will question you. They will say you changed. They will say you are unrealistic. Let them talk. The price of greatness is criticism. The price of average is regret. Choose wisely. Do not be afraid to stand alone. Be afraid of living a life that means nothing to you. Do not die average. Die proud. Die empty. Die knowing you gave everything. Lesson 9. You attract what you are. Life does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. You can want success, but if your habits are weak, you will not hold it. You can want respect, but if you do not respect yourself, you will not receive it. You can want confidence, but if you avoid discomfort, you will never build it. The universe responds to identity. Let me explain it simply. Imagine a radio tower sending out a signal. It sends the same signal all day. Now imagine a radio in your house. It only hears a signal if it is tuned to the same frequency. If the frequency does not match, nothing comes through. Life works the same way. Your thoughts are your frequency. Your habits are your frequency. Your energy is your frequency. You attract what matches that frequency. If you send out fear, you attract fear. If you send out laziness, you attract limited results. If you send out confidence, discipline, and belief, you attract opportunities that match. You do not chase results. You become the person results come to. That is a shift. Stop asking, why is life not giving me more? Start asking, who am I becoming every day? Look at your habits. They tell the truth. Do your habits match the life you want? Or do they match the life you are stuck in? If you want a powerful future, you must become powerful inside. That starts with small daily choices. What you read, what you watch, how you speak to yourself, how you use your time. You want love? Be love. You want respect? Act with respect. You want growth? Choose discomfort. Life mirrors you. Change yourself, and life will change its response. Lesson 10. Master self-discipline. There is something in your house that never stops. It never complains. It never feels tired. It never waits for motivation. It just moves. Tick, tick, tick. Your clock. The clock is disciplined. No matter what happens around it, it keeps going. Rain or sunshine, good days or bad days. Because of that discipline, the world runs on time. Now ask yourself this. If a simple machine can be disciplined, why can't you? The truth is hard but simple. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is logical. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Motivation is loud. Discipline is quiet. But discipline builds everything. Discipline wakes up early. Discipline shows up tired. Discipline works when no one is watching. You do not need to feel like it. You just need to do it. Small, disciplined practice daily creates massive change over time. Do not try to change your whole life in one day. Change one habit. Move like the clock. Second by second. Minute by minute. Never stop. Even on bad days. Do something. That is how winners are built. Every morning, without fail, the sun rises. It does not ask for permission. It does not wait for approval. It does not wonder if anyone will notice. It rises because that is its role. And when it rises, everything changes. Darkness disappears. Cold fades away. Life begins again. Plants grow. Animals move. People wake up. The sun does not beg to be important. It is important. Now listen carefully. You are not the sun in the sky, but you are the sun in your own life. And the problem is not that you lack power. The problem is that you hide it. Lesson 11. Make your importance. Somewhere along the way, you learn to shrink. You learn to stay quiet so people would not judge you. You learn to lower your standards so people would not feel uncomfortable. You learn to hide your ambition so people would not say you changed. You became smaller to fit into places that were never meant for you. And every time you did that, you lost a piece of yourself. You started asking for permission to exist. You started apologizing for your presence. You started waiting for others to recognize your value. Here's the truth. If you do not make your importance, no one else will. The world does not reward hidden potential. It responds to presence. The sun does not say, "Please notice me." It shows up fully. And the world adjusts. When you stop respecting your time, others will waste it. When you stop valuing your voice, others will ignore it. When you treat your energy as cheap, people will drain it. But the moment you decide that your time matters, your work matters, your growth matters, everything shifts. Making your importance does not mean arrogance. It means self-respect. It means protecting your time. It means setting boundaries. It means showing up prepared. It means speaking clearly. It means walking like you belong. Because you do. You were not born to be invisible. You were not born to stay in the background. You were born to bring light. You were born to create impact. But impact requires presence. Stop hiding. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. The world does not need more shadows. It needs people who rise. When you rise, others will adjust. So will be inspired. Some will be uncomfortable. That is the price of growth. Pay it. Lesson 12. Don't waste your life. One day, your life will end. Not in a dramatic way. Not with music or speeches. Just quietly. And on that day, the most painful question will not be, did I fail? It will be, did I even try? This life is not a rehearsal. There is no practice round. This is it. Every morning you wake up is borrowed time. And the saddest thing is not dying. The saddest thing is dying with potential still inside you. Most people do not waste their life in one big mistake. They waste it slowly, by staying where they have outgrown, by listening to voices that doubt them, by choosing comfort over courage, by scrolling instead of building, by waiting instead of acting. They think they have time. They think tomorrow is guaranteed. It is not. Tomorrow is a gift, not a promise. If today were your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? Would you be proud of how hard you tried? Would you be proud of the person you became? Or would regret be waiting quietly? Regret is heavy. It does not scream. It whispers. You knew you were meant for more. Do not let that be your story. You were given ambition for a reason. You were given curiosity for a reason. You were given hunger for a reason. Nothing about you is an accident. Your dreams matter. Your growth matters. Your effort matters. Use your mornings. Use your energy. Use your pain as fuel. Stop living like time is unlimited. It is not. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. They do not exist. Stop shrinking to fit into small places. You were born for more. Do the work when it is boring. Stay disciplined when motivation disappears. Choose growth when comfort calls. This is how you honor your life. A wasted life is not about money. It is about unused potential. Do not waste your life. The turning point. From this moment, you decide differently. You stop waiting. You stop hiding. You stop doubting your worth. You understand something clearly. You are responsible for your life, not your past, not your mistakes, not other people's opinions. Your past does not define you. Your failures do not limit you. Your fear does not control you, unless you allow it. You choose belief. You choose discipline. You choose action. You promise yourself that you will not quit on your life. Years from now, you will look back at this moment, and you will know this was the day you stopped surviving. This was the day you took control. This was the day you chose to rise. There is a sentence you have heard many times. You can do anything. Most people hear it and smile. Then they forget it because life trained them to doubt it. They tried once and failed. They trusted someone and got hurt. They dreamed big and were laughed at. So slowly, they changed the sentence. You can do anything became. You can do some things. Then it became. You can do safe things. And finally it became. You should not try. That is how dreams die, not from one big failure, but from slow disbelief. Today, you take that sentence back. You can do anything, not because life is easy, not because the world is fair, but because humans grow through struggle. Every skill you admire was once difficult. Every confident person you see was once unsure. Every strong mind was once tested. You are not behind. You are just early in your journey. The truth about fear. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is a signal. Fear appears when you are about to grow. Fear appears when you are stepping outside comfort. If fear disappears, growth stops. But most people misunderstand fear. They think fear means stop. It does not. Fear means prepare. Fear means pay attention. Fear means this matters. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is movement despite fear. Every time you act while afraid, fear loses power. Confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is something you build, one action at a time. Failure is not the end. You were taught that failure is bad. It is not. Failure is feedback. Failure shows you what does not work. Failure shows you where to improve. Failure shows you your limits, so you can break them. The only real failure is quitting. People who succeed are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail and continue. If you fall, stand up. If you are rejected, learn. If you are tired, rest. But never quit. Quitting is the only thing that guarantees loss. Your past does not own you. Many people live trapped in their past mistakes, past pain, past shame. They say, I cannot change because of what happened. That is a lie. Your past explains you. It does not define you. You are not who you were. You are who you choose to become. Every day is a chance to write a new chapter, but you cannot write a new chapter while rereading the old one. Let it go. Forgive yourself. Learn the lesson. Move forward. You do not need permission to change your life. The power of daily action. Big change does not come from big promises. It comes from small daily actions. Wake up and do one hard thing. Choose effort once. Choose discipline once. Then repeat. Consistency beats intensity. A little progress every day is unstoppable over time. You do not need to do everything today. You just need to do something today. That is how momentum is built. The world will test you. Once you decide to change, life will test you. Old habits will call you back. Old people will doubt you. Old fears will return. This is normal. Growth feels lonely sometimes. When you change, not everyone will come with you. That is okay. Some people are chapters, not the whole book. Do not shrink. To keep old versions of people comfortable, you are allowed to outgrow places. You are allowed to outgrow relationships. You are allowed to outgrow your past. Choose growth, even if it means walking alone for a while. You were born to rise. You were not born to stay small. You were not born to stay silent. You were not born to waste your life. You were born to rise. Rise after failure. Rise after pain. Rise after doubt. Rising does not mean perfection. It means persistence. It means standing up one more time. Then you fall. Look at your life. You have already survived things you once thought would break you. That is proof you are stronger than you think. Make the decision. Everything changes when you decide, not when you wish, not when you hope, when you decide. Decide to stop quitting on yourself. Decide to stop settling. Decide to stop living halfway. Decide to fight for your future. Your future self is watching. Become someone they are proud of. There comes a moment in every life when excuses stop working. A moment when you realize no one is coming to save you. No perfect time. No perfect support. No perfect conditions. Only you. This moment is uncomfortable. It feels heavy. It feels scary. But it is also powerful because this is the moment where your life can finally change. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now. Most people wait. They wait for confidence. They wait for motivation. They wait for approval. But waiting is silent quitting. Life rewards movement, not intention. You do not need to feel ready. You need to start. Stop betraying yourself. Think about how many times you promised yourself something and then broke that promise. You said you would start. You said you would try again. You said you would not give up. But you did. And every time you did, your self-trust became weaker. This is painful to hear, but necessary. The biggest damage is not failure. It is self-betrayal. Today you change that. From today, when you promise yourself something, you honor it, even if it is small, even if it is hard, because self-respect is built through action. Discipline is self-love. People think discipline is punishment. It is not. Discipline is choosing your future over your comfort. Discipline is saying no to what feels good now, so you can say yes to what feels great later. When you wake up early, you are not being harsh. You are being kind to your future self. When you work while tired, you are not suffering. You are investing. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Build discipline, and your life becomes stable. You will doubt yourself. There will be days when you feel weak, days when nothing works, days when progress feels invisible. This does not mean you are failing. This means you are human. Do not make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. Progress is quiet. Growth is invisible before it becomes obvious. Trust the process, even when results are slow, especially when results are slow. Comparison is a trap. Stop measuring your life against someone else's timeline. You do not know their struggle. You do not know their help. You do not know their sacrifices. Your path is yours. Move at your pace, but never stop moving. Slow progress is still progress. You are not late. You are not behind. You are becoming. Your voice matters. Too many people live silently. They hide their thoughts. They hide their ideas. They hide their truth because they fear judgment. But the world changes when brave people speak. Your story matters. Your experience matters. Your voice matters. Even if it shakes, even if it is imperfect, speak anyway. Someone needs to hear what you survived. Turn pain into purpose. Pain is unavoidable, but suffering is optional. You can let pain destroy you, or you can let it shape you. Every scar carries wisdom. Every struggle carries strength. Use what hurt you to help others. That is how pain becomes purpose. That is how wounds turn into power. This is not the end. This is not the end of your journey. This is the beginning. A beginning where you stop running. A beginning where you take responsibility. A beginning where you choose courage. You will still fall sometimes. You will still feel afraid sometimes. But you will not stop, because now you know the truth. You are capable. You are resilient. You are powerful. And no matter how many times life tests you, you will rise again and again and again. Remember this. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be persistent. You do not need to be fearless. You just need to be brave. You do not need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next step. This is your moment. Do not waste it.